What up, YouTube? I gotta talk about Tua. Tua is pissing me off. Like, he's gotta be one of the most selfish players in the league. So if you don't know what's going on, like, they asked him about his concussion because apparently he's coming back. I don't know if he's coming back this Sunday or next Sunday, but he's coming back. And they're asking like reasonable questions, like, "Hey, why aren't you going to wear the Guardian helmet? The funky looking helmet that's supposed to keep you from getting a concussion." And, they were talking about the risks of him maybe getting injured again. Maybe he should retire, et cetera, et cetera. And he said, "I love this game. I love this game to the death of me." And he's like, you could get hit by a car. Every time you go out, it's risk with everything. He's aware of the risk. He's willing to roll the dice and bet on himself and take the risk. And it's like, bro, you got a wife and kids, bro. You're making decisions like it's just you. Like, bro, you got the bag, you got millions of dollars. Just retire, take care of your kids, your wife, and have a happy life, man. I don't understand. Like, I get he loves the game of football, but this is going to get to a point where it's like, this is going to be on the NFL and it's going to be on the Miami Dolphins, because this guy is willing to die on the field because he loves the game so much. And it's not like if he's going to get another concussion, it's just when he's going to get another concussion, because football's a violent sport. Like, it's not even a if, it's like a when. Like, eventually he's gonna have another concussion, and we're just gonna have to see him laid out on the field and hoping that he makes it through it. And it's like, at what point does the NFL step in and say, "Bro, you had too many concussions, it's time to hang it up"? Now, I know sports fans, you could, like football experts, it's probably like some players that probably had way more concussions than Tua. I swear you probably won't find many, if any, players that had the type of concussions that Tua is having. I'm talking about with his hands curled up, he's like, basically almost having a seizure-like movements, and he's like handicapped, paralyzed, his hands are frozen. Like, don't get me wrong, it's been guys that got hit and ended up like that, but I'm just saying, like, how many of those type of concussions do we have to witness? Like, it comes a point where the NFL, it should be like a limit. Like, y'all pick the number. It should be like, if you got, let's say, you have like 8 concussions, okay, you met the limit, you got to retire. If you had 12 concussions, okay, you met the limit, you got to retire. Like, it should be like a limit to how many concussions you could have. You shouldn't be able to just be like, "Hey, I'm going to die on the field." I feel like it doesn't matter. I love this sport so much, I'm willing to die on the field. I don't want to see this guy die on the field. I swear to God, if this guy dies on the field, that's going to ruin football for me. And that's going to ruin NFL for a lot of fans. Like, that's traumatic. I don't want to watch football and be traumatized because some dude's lifeless on the field. So it's like, it comes to a point where I don't really care how much he loves the game of football. It's like, bro, you got kids, you got a wife. It'd be different if he was like Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers doesn't have a wife. Aaron Rodgers doesn't have a kid. If Aaron Rodgers wants to like play and die on the field or whatever, okay, I still feel like that's selfish, but it's, you're not coming home to anybody. You're coming home to your dogs or cats or an empty house. But it's like, your wife doesn't want to get a phone call that you died on the field. Your kids don't want to get that type of news either. That's traumatic, bro. And it's like, he's tunnel vision. And it's like, bro, let's keep it a buck. The Dolphins are not going to the Super Bowl with him playing or not playing. It doesn't matter. Like, don't get me wrong. They got a better chance of doing something in the playoffs or making the playoffs or winning some games if Tua's out there, because he's a good quarterback. But I'm just saying, they're not going to win the Super Bowl this year. They're not going to the Super Bowl this year. So it's not even worth risking your life. Sit out the rest of the season and then evaluate whether you want to actually keep playing football, which coming from him, he wants to die out there. He's like, I love this game to the death of me, which is crazy. That's like, I feel like that's CTE setting in. You know, that's like literally CTE, like already working into his brain. Like it's a game, man. It's a game. Don't get me wrong. It's a career. It's a job, but it's not worth your health, man. It's not worth your life, especially since you already got paid. Like it's not like if you retire, you're gonna be flat broke. You know, I could see if he was like a player that didn't get a contract or feel like he's gonna end up flat broke. But it's like, bro, you're gonna be fine. Why would you risk your life for the game of football like that? And then to like kind of compare it to like going to the grocery store, driving, you could get hit by a car, you can get out he said you could get out the bed and twist your ankle. It's like, bro, if I get out the bed, I might twist my ankle, but I'm not gonna have a full-blown concussion with my hands curled up and like having like a damn like seizure. Like, it's not, bro, that's a wild comparison to compare rolling out the bed wrong, getting up wrong and twisting your ankle or something to getting hit or your head slamming into the turf and you not moving, not being able to feel your legs, your fingers, not knowing what day it is, where you're at. I do not understand Tua. I do not get it. I do not get it, man. This is just a game. This is literally just a game. And like I said, the Dolphins are trash, bro. They ain't gonna do nothing, bro. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Bengals fan, but I'm just saying the Dolphins, it's not like the Dolphins are like real competitors. Like, oh, we're scared of the Dolphins. They might go all the way to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl this year. Nobody is predicting that the Dolphins are going to do anything. So why risk your life when that's what kills me when you're like, oh, I love football so much. I love the game. Love the game if you actually have a chance to go to the Super Bowl. Don't die on the field or almost die on the field and you know damn well you're not going to. It's like the New York Jets. The Jets suck. Ain't no way the Jets going to the Super Bowl. They probably won't make the playoffs. So why would anybody on the Jets be like, I'm putting my life on the line, I'll die for this? Bro, y'all gonna be sitting at the crib soon as playoffs start. So it's like, you might as well sit out the rest of the season. Y'all gonna be sitting at home anyway. It's like, bro, and I know Miami Dolphins fans don't want to hear this because they're like, bro, we going to the, y'all never going to the Super Bowl. Never. I promise you that. Never going to the Super Bowl. It's just what it is, man. And eventually Tyreek Hill's going to retire. He's got what, two more years? He's not trying to get banged up. You don't see Tyreek like, oh, I'll die for this game. He could probably going to like be a Twitch streamer or something. He's going to like retire in 2 to 3 years. He is not going to bust up his body where he retires and he can't move. So all Dolphins going to have is Waddle. Like, that's it. Like, gotta play it smart. Gotta play it smart, especially if you got the money. If you got the bag, why put yourself in a situation where you might be a vegetable for the rest of your life just because you love the game? And it's like all these people are concerned. The whole world's telling this guy, hey, you need to reevaluate things and step back from the game of football. He don't want to hear none of that. He doesn't want to wear the good. Now I get he doesn't want to wear the helmet because that just looks so ridiculously goofy. But what looks worse is you laid out motionless on the field. So it's like I don't see where he's coming from. And I understand having a passion for something, loving sports, loving your career, loving what you do. But it's like, bro, it's not enough love in the world to make you want to, like, the only things you should die for is your, like, wife and kids. Like, I can see you dying to protect your family or something, but saying that you love football to the point it'll be the death of you and you don't care if it's the death of you, like you love it to the death of you, like, come on, bro. This is a game. This is a game. This is you are throwing a ball around, bro. Trust me. I know it pays well and everything, but you're still playing sports. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. And I know people going to disagree with me. People going to be like, man, you shouldn't say that. He's a warrior. Tua's a warrior. If he wants to die on the field, let him die on the field. But it's like, I don't care, man. I'm pro life, pro human beings. I want to see Tua grow old and be healthy and happy with his wife and kids, his family. I don't want to see Tua as a vegetable. Just to say, oh, look at him. He went out a warrior. He went out fighting. It's like, bro, I already said the Dolphins ain't doing nothing. Dolphins is not doing nothing in the playoffs. They not going to the Super Bowl. It's a wrap. So just at least sit out the season, man. Bare minimum. If you don't want to retire, okay, at least sit out the season. And I know I've been ratting it. This is like 12 minutes of me ratting, but I am pleading for Tua to at least sit out the rest of the season and figure this thing out. Now, if he wants to keep playing, okay, keep playing. But, man, it's not worth your life, man. Y'all tell me if I'm tripping. And if I'm tripping, I'll do another video and apologize to Tua if this sounds disrespectful. But I'm saying this out of love. I don't want to see Tua. I don't want to see Tua in a bad way, man. So y'all comment. Let me know if I'm tripping. I'll see y'all in the next one.